Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pamela and I am a UK based YouTuber. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome as well. I just want to say thank you so much for all those who watched my previous videos. I am really grateful. Thank you so much. Today's topic for discussion is, let me get my notes. Okay, so today's topic for discussion is, do you think it is okay to assist your children financially to a certain level after university just so they won't struggle in life? I'll take that again. Do you think it is okay to assist your children financially to a certain level after university just so they won't struggle in life? So as usual, any topic I bring onto my channel, I always have a backstory to it. So I've written down a few notes, a few discussions I had with a friend of mine a few months ago. So it says, I was having a discussion with a friend a few months ago, and I expressed how I would make efforts to assist my children financially after I see them through university. However, she was of the opinion that she owes her children nothing after university. She also goes further to say she owes them no inheritance, that as long as she has trained them up to university, they can fend for themselves. I have a guest as well. He won't be showing his face, but he is going to share his opinion on this topic. I personally would help my children no matter what. You hear of parents that help their children buy a house, help their children get their first car. That's after they've trained them in uni. So I feel I owe them. Well, let me not use the word owe. I feel if I'm capable of helping them, why not? Why should I limit my helping or limit the training to just university? I mean, it's okay. I respect her opinion and every other thing, but I'm sorry, but I would help my children if I have the money. So I guess over to you. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I have a question. What if your children choose not to go to university? What then happens?
That's a good one.
Will you help them limitlessly then because you know they do not have the education to back it up, or you will set a time frame, you will help them only to the age where you expect they would have graduated from uni?
Valid question.
Well,
that's a valid question.
Because the thing is, with children and parents, the relationship, well, anyway, it depends on the relationship a child has with a parent or the way a parent feels about a child in particular. But for me,
okay,
based on my own experience, based on what I have seen and what I have expected out of life and stuff,
yeah,
in my own opinion, I would, if all things being equal, ceteris paribus, I have sorted out my own living expenses all through retirement and all that, in such a way that I will not have to rely on a child for sustenance, which means I am well off.
Oh, definitely.
And very capable of helping my child without breaking a sweat. Then definitely I would assist my kids if and when they ask.
Okay. 1.
And 2, if I see that it will help them get a head start in life without stress. Yeah, because what is the point of working all your life, trying to build something for yourself, your comfort levels, your social cultural statuses and all that, then in the end you say you do not owe you owe anybody anything. You could as well not save. You could as well give the big middle finger to everybody and say you owe them nothing. But in my own opinion, a lot of people, a lot of families we envy today, whether they are in the abroad or they are back home in Nigeria or wherever you find them.
Okay.
A lot of the rich families did not get wealth in the generation that had it. A good number of them were given a leg up from inheritances they got from parents, gifts, whatever, whether it's a benevolent uncle or relative.
Yeah.
A lot of people got all that. So what's the point of saying stand on the shoulder of giants so that you can travel further or go ILC further? So one, the essence of all that one is, first of all, generational wealth. You want your children to be comfortable and leave a legacy to their own children and grow it.
Comfortable is the word, yeah.
You don't have to spoil them.
No.
It doesn't have to be exuberant or over the top or extravagant.
Yeah.
But a certain level of comfort they should be so that they don't struggle and they can build on top of that. Two, you're transferring sociocultural status as well. You were not broke, or even if you grew up in poverty, you do not want to hand over poverty to your own kids.
No.
You want a certain level of class for them, whether it's high middle income or whatever you want to call it, but a level where they do not have to start from scratch. Because why do people go to other people to get IPs? Because you don't need to reinvent the wheel. My children don't need to struggle the way I struggled. Do you get?
Yeah.
So that's my opinion in a nutshell. I don't even want to even go into the Bible and say my fellow Christian people.
Please do.
That well, I don't even know if your friend is a Christian or not, but in the Christian Bible, even God left inheritance for the children of Israel. He says He is their inheritance. He said they should take inheritance. He has even said that those that do not leave inheritance to their third and fourth generation and take care of their responsibilities are worse than infidels.
Oh my word.
So I didn't say it. It is the good book that said it. If you do not take care of your own, the child was there on his own. You brought the child to the world.
Yeah.
Then you now say you owe the child up to one level. Well, all well and good. If you have the resources, you don't have the resources to do that. All well and good. But I've had friends that their parents didn't have as much as mine, but the parents went to extreme lengths to give their children the very best they could afford.
Okay.
Some sold lands that they had as inheritance, not land that they bought. It was land that has been in their family for generations.
Yeah.
And one boy just came and said, or girl said, I have a dream to go overseas. The father that is selling the land has not gone overseas. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And he sells the land to add to the boys' flight to go overseas. So now I'm not just talking of inheritance. I'm talking of just general support that families help.
From parents.
It also helps with their mind. You know, a lot with all these mental illnesses that go around today, depression and all those kind of stuff. Because I was reading articles and I had no idea, but I even saw that financial support from parents to children increases the chances of the children finishing school, increases the chances of general overall well-being.
Well-being, yeah.
I'm not talking of extravagant support. I'm just talking of the barest minimum.
The basic.
The barest minimum.
Yeah.
Or in terms of, your child is going to school, you pick up the bills rather than getting student loan. Your child, you get, if like you said, a car for the child. You don't have to get an extravagant car, but get something that helps them move around, a knockabout.
Okay.
You support them in getting their first house because they do not have adequate savings, or you tell them to stay in your house so that they can save adequately. Some support is not even financial, some is just giving them space to be able to put their head so that they can plan their life, space to take a deep breath and reflect. Like Amazon, he says the parents didn't give him anything, or they didn't give him an inheritance, but they gave him a garage space. If he didn't have that garage space,
would he have?
It would have still been a struggle. So that garage space that was staying rent free is a support that the family gave him. Do you get? So there are so many ways you cannot quantify the kind of support you get. It's not just financial. It is advice. It is experience. It is foresight. All those things. But in this case, we are talking of financial support. So, like my friends that the father sold his land, he had never been out of Nigeria in his life.
Okay.
But the father sold land to send him overseas. While others will say, give their children 6 months to leave their house after they finish university. I have friends like that as well. The father gave him 6 months after he graduated from uni. He said he has done the best he can do for him. I gave him 6 months to pack out, sort his life out. If he wants to marry, he should marry. If he wants to get an apartment, he should get an apartment. If he wants to live on the street, it is his choice.
But did he assist him?
That I do not know.
Within that 6 months window period.
Well, I do not know if the father supported him financially, but the much I know is that he had 6 months to get out of his father's house. And within that 6 months, he was able to get a job. Within that 6 months, whether he borrowed money to get a house or whatever, I do not know. But he packed out of his father's house invariably and was started living his life.
I mean, I respect her opinion. I feel the reason why she said what she said is so her children don't feel entitled after a certain level in their life or a certain period. Once they get to a certain period in their life, that's after uni. So you don't rely on her after uni for whatever. But
truth is, I think everybody feels entitled, and the entitlement comes from the fact that if they have a relationship with you, they feel they're entitled to certain things, one of which is access, one of which is financial help. Okay. Because nobody, at the end of the day, everybody wants to raise an independent adult.
Definitely.
And when are entitled, the entitlement comes with, or when I feel a child has that entitlement mentality, it comes with, or maybe you feel they are spoiled, or they feel you can do what they want you to do for them.
Okay.
So in a way, they don't feel they are asking you for too much in terms of, if I want her house and I know my father is a millionaire, it shouldn't be a big deal.
Okay.
That if I ask him, he should be able to help me with it, even if I have to pay rent to him.
Yeah.
Invariably, he will die and he will leave the house. that is a given.
Okay.
But the point is, if I need help from a parent, whichever way you want to give the help, please provide it. Rent the house to me,
okay,
and I will pay the rent. It may not be market rate. It may not be. There may be conditions. There may not be conditions. Whichever way you get.
Yeah.
Probably those are the kind of those are the situations I feel where children feel entitled in that. Oh yes, this is my parent, and they can do it, so I will ask for it rather than go and get it on my own. And there are some children that are also very independent. They will never even ask for help.
Yeah.
Parents will just volunteer it.
Yeah, definitely.
So those are ideal children. It's not everybody has those kind of kids. But if you ask me,
yeah,
all my rambling from start to finish is that if I'm in a position, whether I am well off or not,
okay,
and my children need my help, or I see that they need help, I will give them that help. I do not intend to spoil them. I intend to raise kids that should be at least level-headed and should be able to drive their lives in the direction I would expect them to go in. But overall, a child will always be or seem like a child in the eyes of the parent, and whatever support, no matter how small, will go a long way making their life a lot less hellish in terms
this world is just difficult as it is, and then you don't want to.
Yeah, everybody needs a shoulder to cry, and everybody needs help. Everybody wants a better life. So if you can make someone struggle less, then why not do it? And after all, that person is your child, so there are also multiplier effects for doing things for your children, because if they are successful, definitely you have less to worry about.
Definitely.
And anything in your child is an investment and not a cost per se. So except for those that need to teach their children a lesson in terms of, oh, this child is spoiled, and they would not appreciate that money does not grow on trees. Yes, I can understand saying, oh, there'll be no inheritance, or they have to figure things out for themselves. But even at that, a parent will usually come to the aid of a child, no matter how bad it gets. And that's my 2 cents.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your opinion. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and share. I would love to hear your opinion on this topic. It's always good to get variety of opinions, so leave your opinion on the comment section below. And also, please subscribe to my channel so that I can get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I love you.